Hello. I'm going to wait while some more people come online. How's everybody doing today? It is April 1st. Just waiting. If you're here, say hello. Just dropping in to check in on all of you and see how you're doing today. I know the past 2 weeks, or actually, I should say the past month, has been pretty intense for a lot of people. I know it was intense for me. I'm also sitting on this rocking chair, so excuse me if I rock a little bit. It's exciting. I like it. It's supposed to be really good for your abs. Yeah, so I want to drop in and talk to you guys about the energy today, right? The energy of April the 1st. It's exciting. It's about creation. And I've seen a lot of talk about 4/4, and I myself am excited about 4/4 because it is a huge manifesting day. But there's also something else with that. Every day is a manifesting day. Every day you can create the life that you desire. And what does that look like for you? I want you to sit and think this weekend, maybe write some intentions out, some goals. What does your life look like? What do you want it to look like? What do you want it to look like in 6 months? What do you want it to look like in a year? We have to get really clear about what we want our lives to look like and consciously create our lives. And a lot of people talk about, oh, I just wrote my goals out for one day, or I did it at the equinox, or I did it here, or I did it on this specific day, like 4/4. Well, you can do it today. You can do it tomorrow. You can do it at any time because you're the creator of your life. You are consciously creating. So when we say consciously creating, what does that mean? It means being aware of every word you utter. It means being aware of every word you think, of every belief that you have. Are you using your words to build yourself up? Are you using your words to build the world that you want to see? Or are you using your words to tear yourself down, to say things like, I'm fat, I need to lose weight, I need to do this, I need to do that, instead of saying, I have a beautiful, amazing body. I am getting younger every day. I am intelligent. I am full of wisdom. I am an amazing human being. These are the types of words, the types of thinking that we want to have, right? These are the types of things we want to have deep into our subconscious, deep into us so that we don't even think about these. After you've been saying these words to yourself for a year or 2 years or however long it might be, you become that, right? You are just automatically thinking, this is how my life is. This is what I'm creating. And you can call them I am mantras. You can call them whatever you want to call it. You can call it affirmations or just, things to help you believe a different way, things to help you rewire your brain into consciously creating what you want to see. So, yes, 4/4 is super important, super exciting. It's a numerology day if you're into that. But if you're not, remember that you can create every day. You can create what you want every day. And it starts with what you think, what you're saying. Have you done the inner work? Are you working on yourself? Are you really facing those shadows? Are you looking at yourself and saying, I get triggered when this person says something, or I get triggered when that happens, or maybe you scroll on Facebook or social media and you see something that makes you jealous. And instead of seeing that as a negative, right, you can look at it and you can say, okay, there's something that I need to see within myself, right? What is this? Why is this triggering me? Why am I jealous about this? But you can also look at it as the universe giving you a sign that you can do the exact same thing. You can get to the exact same place. This isn't about fairy tales and unicorns. This is about actually creating what you want to see in the world. This is about creating your life. What does that look like for you? What does that feel like for you? How do you want to do it? And we talk about this from a way, men and women are different. We have different ways to create things. We have different ways to manifest, whatever word you like to use. And it's about what works for you because there are different ways for everybody. There are so many different ways. There's energetic ways, there's kundalini, there's tantra, there's writing down affirmations, there's journaling, speaking things out loud, right? The spell casting. What words are you using? So it's about finding what works for you to consciously create your life. And then from there, there's no limit. We are limitless. We are sovereign, right? We are the ones who are in control. We are the ones who get to say, this is our life and this is how I want it to look, right? And we check in with our heart. We check in with our intuition. We check in with everything that helps us, right? So your heart, your connection to the earth, your connection, if you're grounded to the earth, if you're connecting through your crown chakra, if you're connecting through your third eye, you're connecting to that spiritual source. You're connecting to God. You're connecting to life, right? You're connecting to love. Yes, Paul, the power of choices, decisions. Yes, this is what I'm talking about. This is the power of creating your life, of consciously creating your life. And it's important. We're getting into April, we're getting into this new month, a lot of new energy, right? The past month has felt pretty stagnant. Maybe you haven't seen a lot of movement. Maybe you've been energetically drained. Maybe you've been dealing with people you've had to let go, jobs, relationships, any type of things you are having to let go. There's a reason. It's because you're making room for the new. So instead of struggling to hold on to those old things, we open up and we receive, right? We open up our hearts to receive. We open up and we say, okay, God, I don't know what the lesson is from this, but I'm open. I'm open to receiving and I'm open to the plan that you have for me. And I've agreed to my mission here. I've agreed to do these certain things. If you don't know what your mission is now, yes, yes, Melissa, the past month was very draining. So much. Making room for the new, of course. But if you can't see, right? If you can't see what you're making room for, if you can't see what your mission is, it's about grounding. It's about getting in contact with your heart again, right? Placing your hand on your heart. It's as simple as that. Placing your hand on your heart and starting to be aware of your breath and starting to really take a moment to pause and say, okay, I'm going to feel my heartbeat. I'm going to feel the fact that I'm a human right now. I'm a human being. And I may not know where I'm going and I may not know what I'm doing, but I'm going to ground right now and I'm going to take a second to feel my heartbeat, the life pumping in and out of me. And that is you, right? This is what creation is. You connect back with your heart and you connect back with source and you say, okay, I'm taking a deep breath and I'm feeling myself right now. And I'm really, really wanting to create something. I'm really wanting to go forward in my life. I'm really, really excited about whatever it is that you want to create. Because at any age, at any stage in your life, you get to choose what you create. You get to choose what you are going to allow, right? And so you can write it out, you can speak it out, use your words, really speak it out. Think about how much time you take to say things to other people, say nice, encouraging things to other people, but are you saying those to yourself? Are you speaking out what you want to create? Are you connecting back to your heart, connecting back to God, back to source, back to love, right? This is what it's about. This is about this conscious creation. And so we have to connect. We have to connect back. And I know this last month has been pretty hard to connect. I don't know about all of you, but there's been a lot of things for me that have gotten removed. There's been a lot of things that fell through that I was kind of surprised at or taken back and going, oh my gosh, your first reaction is, what? What the heck just happened? Why did that happen to me? Or what happened? And then it was the flip. Okay, there's a reason this happened, and God sees a bigger picture. I don't see it. But I'm here, I'm expanding, I'm ready for it, I'm open to whatever this means. And that's about being able to flip, right? We have our conscious creation, we know what we want to happen, we have our missions, and we can see them. We don't know how they're going to happen, and things get removed for us. Obstacles get removed, and we're at a time period right now where things have started to speed up. If you're noticing things speeding up in your life, or you're noticing a lot of synchronicities, this is where it gets fun. This is the miracles, right? This is the miracles everybody talks about. Oh, I can't wait to see this. Oh, I can't wait to see that. So let me give you an example. When I came to Glasgow, And a few months in, I would go with my husband and we would walk to the park, and I wasn't thinking about things, but I would just say, "Oh, wouldn't it be cool to find money on this side of the street?" As we were coming in and out of the park. So the first time that I thought that in my mind, just a magical little, let's try to create something right here. Let's try to do little conscious creation. And the first time I did that, I found a 1 pound coin, so equivalent to $1. And I was like, this is amazing. You feel like you won the lottery and you're so excited. And then about 3 or 4 weeks later, I did the same thing again. I didn't really put much thought into it. There was no attachment, right? I didn't have any attachment. I had no thoughts about this, just a really fun thought of, oh, wouldn't it be cool to find some money on the side of the street? I found 1 pound, maybe I'll find five. When we were leaving the park again, I found on a different street, I found a 5 pound note. Who finds a 5 pound note that's equivalent of $5 on the street? And so I'm jumping up and down and I'm excited because, woo, my mind, this had just appeared in my reality out of no attachment. I had no attachment to this. I had just wanted to have fun and I didn't even think about it. And then a month or two later, I said the same thing in my head, and I don't know why. I wasn't testing. I know I believe in God, I believe in source and love and conscious creation. And I did the same thing. I thought, wouldn't it be cool if I found a 10 pound note this time? And we walk around the whole park and we walk a different way home. And on the way home, I look down and find a 10 pound note. And that's amazing. It's amazing because I just started cheering and I was like, yeah, 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 and I thanked my guides and I thanked my galactic family. I thanked everybody and God, of course, and just had fun with it. So when we're consciously creating, right? Everybody, oh, it's got to be so serious. You've got to create a house or you've got to create this or this or this. Yes, it is important to create these serious things, but it's also important to have fun. It's also important to consciously create the fact that you will have fun every day, that you will have joy, that you will have love in your life, that you are love. You are all of these things. And to be able to be yourself and to be able to release that. And that's what we want to create more of, right? Because you become the living example. You become the example of love. You become the example of joy. You become the example of freedom. And that's what we're here for. We want to see who you are. We want to see you become you in all of your glory, whatever that means. Whatever type of job, whatever type of entrepreneurial endeavor you might be doing, writing a book, painting paintings, creating art, whatever you're doing, it doesn't matter. It's about having fun and living life in a fun way and not looking at it like, oh, I can't wait until this is all over. I can't wait until, whatever. No, that was the old way. We're not living like that anymore. This is about conscious creation. This is about we get to say what we want to create. We are creating the lives that we want. So, what words are you using? Pay attention to what words you're using. Pay attention to what you're saying in your head to yourself, to your body, to other people. What are you saying? Are you telling other people that they're great, but you're not returning that to yourself? Because you're great too, because you're amazing. You have an amazing body, an amazing machine that wakes up every day and gives you the opportunity to experience something new. That's amazing. So experience something new. Put it in your head with no attachment that you want to experience something fun today or tomorrow or whatever it is. Just fun. Be open to whatever that means. Or you want to experience love tomorrow and be open to the fact that it is fun and it is happy and you are having a great time. That's what we're here for. What's up, Andy? Long time. I've got old friends joining us on the video. So, yes, this is about conscious creation, right? So, what are you creating? What are you saying in your mind? What are you saying out loud? What spells are you casting, right? That's why they call it spelling, casting spells. Your words are potent, your words are powerful. Are you strong and firm in your words, or are you wishy-washy? Are you not quite sure what you're doing? Are you not quite sure what you want to be? There's a bunch of different free videos on YouTube that you can look up about figuring out who you want to be, your missions, what it is you're here for. Right now, this is the time of discovery, right? Pretend that you're a kid, pretend that you're back in the library, and whatever you find an interest in, right? You might find an interest in, let's say I'm interested in fairies. For some reason, I love fairies. So I'm going to go and read a book about fairies. See what pops up in your YouTube, see what pops up in your Amazon. The sky's the limit about the things that you can discover right now. The internet is an amazing tool, and it's free. So have fun, explore, find something new to do, find a different way to be. Just start thinking about what you're consciously creating every day. What type of world do you want to live in? What are you going to do to change yourself first, right? Because it all starts within. The world that we see without is what has gone on within us. So if we're walking around unhealed and we're walking around unhappy, we're spreading that onto other people. And we're making them live in our reality that may not be happy. Instead, we want to create a loving, joyful, harmonious, peaceful earth. Well, that starts with having that inside. That starts with no more chaos inside. That starts with being joyful. That starts with having fun. And not every day is joyful. Like I was telling you last month, it was pretty rough. It was pretty crazy. The energies, I couldn't, one day I was like, I'm going to go live today. And then the next day, it's nothing. The next day, I was just like dead. I got to lay down. I've got a migraine. Um, Let me see, question. Oh, Andy, how does music impact you? How does music impact me? Ah, all right. I love this. So music, right? I don't know about everybody else, but for me, music is one of those things that I can put on and start dancing to. I love music. It is definitely a mood lifter for me. I think that mood lifting is important, right? We have to find out what lifts our mood. Music isn't important for everybody, but for the majority of people, music really, really lifts you up, right? It raises your vibration. And I've gotten into listening to a lot of Hertz music, binaural beats, all those kind of things. And so that helps as well. But I love putting on like 70s rock and I'll dance to it all day. Or I'll put on 90s hip hop. I love that stuff. That's what I grew up with. Now, on the flip side of that, music can be very, the messages in music are not always the greatest. The messages in music, there's a lot of victimhood. There's a lot of, oh, woe is me. Oh, he left me, blah, 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 blah. A lot of not great messages. But there's music that is uplifting and there's music that makes you dance. And that's the kind of music that you want to gear towards, right? And that's what I gear more towards. But everybody has different things that uplift them. Everybody has different things that raise their vibration, right? It can be going for a walk, it can be doing yoga, it can be breathing exercises, it can be running, going to the gym, whatever it is for you, or eating a really great dessert. I just ate a bunch of chocolate, like not very long ago because I love chocolate. I love dark chocolate, I should say, not milk chocolate or white chocolate. Don't even know what that is. But anyway, back to consciously creating, right? So consciously creating, get into a high vibration, right? Get into a high vibration, get into your heart, that heart-centered feeling, that getting connected to source, right? Feeling your heartbeat, connecting to source, really feeling the love, and get back into, you know, asking yourself, asking your intuition, what do I want to create? What do I want to be here to do? What am I creating in this life? Because it's so important, right? I want everybody to have a happy life. I want everybody to be living the life that they desire. I want everybody to be who they're supposed to be, right? Because we all came here. We all chose to come here at this time. And so, what are we doing with that choice? Are we sitting there going, oh, I just can't do anything about it. It's just going to be, it is what it is, fate or whatever, destiny. I don't believe in that. I mean, yes, we have missions, but we get choices. We have free will. We get to make this life exactly what we want it to be. We get to be as happy or unhappy as we want to be. We get to let situations upset us, or we get to learn from those situations and say, no, that was supposed to show me something. What is that supposed to show me? And I'm going to grow from that. Those are your choices. It's up to you. Nobody else can do this for you. Nobody else can help you. Nobody else can save you. Yes, you can hire coaches to guide you and keep you accountable. You can hire therapists. You can hire energy healers, all that stuff. I've done that. I've done all of that. But what I'm saying is, you have to do the work. It's up to you. This is all on you. This is your life. Nobody else is to blame. Nobody else can help you consciously create. Yes, you can consciously create with a business partner or your husband, wife, partner. Yes, you can create with another person. But when it comes to the inner work, when it comes to actually seeing those creations come to life, you have to be on a certain level. You have to be ready for that. You have to say, okay, I'm opening up to this. Okay, I'm ready for this. I'm going to let go of how I used to live. And I'm going to open up to this life. And I'm going to open up to the way that I want to live, which is hopefully in connection to your heart and with God, source, whatever you want to call the creator. And, and really, really getting in touch with who you are, what you came here for, what you want to be, right? And what you want to see in the world, because it all is on you. All depends on you. So, as we move into April, right? Happy April 1st. As we move more into April, we're going to see the energies get a little bit lighter, right? We're going to see the energies get a little more pumped up as opposed to March. March was kind of, I know a lot of us were like, what's going on right now? This is crazy. But now we're getting into spring, right? We're getting into the excitement of all the foundations that we've laid down, all of the good stuff, all of the work that we've been doing. We're going to start seeing that come to fruition. We're going to start seeing all of this. So get excited, start getting in touch with your heart again, maybe over the weekend, and thinking about what you're going to consciously create. And feel free to drop me a line, drop me a message, and let's consciously create. Let's see what's going to happen. And I want to hear from you. So let me know how you're doing. I hope the energy has cleared up for you as it has for me. And I look forward to hearing from you. Have a great weekend, guys.